Hello racing fans and welcome back to another edition of Handicappers Corner, brought to you by the Derby Barn Grill. I'm Mike Heads along with Drew Forster. We're going to go through the Sunday, June 26th races at Hastings Racecourse. We have 8 races on tap, and as of taping there's still a Sea to Sky Pick 6 carryover, which could grow over the $20,000 mark as of the Sunday program, so it'll be interesting to see how that works out. It's supposed to be better conditions. I know it's been a little rainy as of taping, but hopefully clear skies by the weekend.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be getting nicer on Saturday, and then Sunday I expect a fast, dry track.
Okay, well, let's get into the Sunday opener. Field of 6, $4,000 claimers going 6.5 furlongs. I see a bit of speed in here with the 1 Wise Boss and the 5 Swiss Arrogant. I'll try the 4 Teddy the Bear. I'm not in love with the horse. The horse has had his share of chances, but he has been running against old, tougher horses, company. Yeah. And he gets in for $4,000. Richard Hamill, leading rider, gets aboard. Teddy the Bear for me. I put the 6 Game 7, who's always dangerous at any time. And he trailed the field throughout in his comebacker, but I think he'll be a little bit better opponent. He does like the track wet if it is wet, so give him a shot. The 2 DJ Snow is my 3rd horse. I think it's 4, 6, and 2. I didn't love anyone else. I went 4, 6, 2.
I went with the 5 Swiss Arrogant. I threw in a bit of a long shot here. He's just been running good races all year. The speed is to his inside. Wise Boss hasn't had the same kind of speed that Swiss Arrogant has. He's been getting tough. Only got beat a length and 3/4 last time by a Wellman. Leo's in the house. They went in a time of 1:17 and 2. He got beat less than 2 lengths. So I'm going to try Swiss Arrogant with young rider Jose Gomez on at a bit of a price. I put Game 7 in the 2nd spot. I like the fact now that he's had an out. I think he'll get a fair bit out of that race. I put him in the 2nd spot, and I put DJ Snow in the 3rd spot. I went 5, 6, and 2 in the 1st. On to the 2nd. Fillies and Mares, 8,000, non-3 lifetime, going 6.5 furlongs. I went to the 3 Rio Hanna here. I like the fact that she can lay close. I thought a very good race last time. She was coming off a tough race where she did get beat 8 lengths by Holly's Last Call. But in a $4,000 race, Holly's Last Call came back to win for 16,
and then
she tried a 35. And Rio Hanna was left alone last time at odds of 22-1. I'm going to go right back to her with Dennis Arrojo aboard. I put I Believe in Angel in the 2nd spot. She's always favored. Kind of disappointing, but she should be the speed. I like the fact that she moves to Richard Hamill. Richard Hamill doing very well for Anita Bolton this year. So I put I Believe in Angel in the 2nd spot. I put Xenia, hard knocking Xenia, always hits the board. I put her in the 3rd spot. I went 3, 4, and 2.
Yeah, I put Xenia on top. Brutal trip last time. She was the best of anyone out of the Rio Hanna race. She was 4 wide the whole trip. Better draw, hopefully a better trip. We'll see. I know she's had a lot of chances. Tough to get overly enthused about her at short prices, but still a horse that's live in this spot and had some excuses last time. I put Rio Hanna in for 2nd, and I put the 5 horse Bullet, a stranger dropping down out of tougher company. Yeah. But still, she hasn't shown us a whole lot this year. I know she's running against better horses, but she isn't really competing, and that's what's discouraging me a little bit from picking her a little higher than I did. But perhaps she can, get some of her older form back and get into the winner's circle. I went 2, 3, 5, but I believe an Angel can win too. That's a big rider change from Asensio to Hamill. But 2, 3, 5 for me in the 2nd. On the 3rd race, $4,000 Fillies and Mares, non-2 lifetime, going a mile on the 16th. It was between the 4 and 5 for me. I went Mini Fridge. The horse did get in some trouble, but still it was just 148, nothing sensational. They flew the first part, and the horse won very easily. So anytime you get a horse winning by 11 lengths, you're probably going to have a 2 to 5 favorite, which is over bet. And I just thought Biscuit and Sugar Cat might be a little interesting. Sugar Cat barely won, but did encounter some trouble, and it was her first start since Santa Anita and Los Alamitos. And Biscuit also looks like a one that will like going a mile and 16. And Silvino Morales has been going very well, so is the Mel Snow Barn. So the Mini Fridge looks like the best. I'm going to go 4, 5, 3. I really hate taking a heavy chalk, but especially off of big wins like that, because they're going to get over bet. And it's just, the horse isn't that great, is my point.
Yeah, but she obviously
ran against a terrible field.
Yeah, but improved dramatically going long.
148. We're still dying on 148, so we'll see.
But I put Mini Fridge on top. I mean, you can't ignore that last race. I put Corporate Last in the 2nd spot for Mark Cluche. I don't think she liked the slop last time. She ran 2 really good races before that. Broke her maiden first out for 4, came back with a very good effort in her first shot against winners. Then last time she just seemed to be spinning her wheels. Everything was going the right way, and then last time I don't think she liked the mud. I'm just going to toss that race out. Yeah, and
some bad draws.
I just think
I can see it.
She's an include. she should like the distance, so I put her in the second spot. I put Sugar Cat, another one that figures, in the third spot for the reasons you mentioned. 4, 2, and 5 for me in the third. On to the fourth. 3-year-old up 8,000, going 1 mile and a 16th. Field of 6 in here. I went to the one, What Goes Around. I thought a very good effort last time behind Street Map. First time this year going long. Just throughout that first race, you know, his first start in a while. It was sprinting. Then he went long, and I thought a really good effort, nice close. I don't know if there's going to be enough speed in here for him to close into, but I think Dennis Arrojo is a very capable rider, and he'll keep him involved early. So I went with What Goes Around on top of Similkameen Luke, who seems to be the lone speed in here, and he could be tough to catch. But like I said, I think Arrojo is going to try and stay close to Similkameen Luke, who beat a field of non-threes last time, but the waters get a little bit deeper here. So I put him in the second spot. And I put, and now it's going long too, so his form going long. He's never tried it, and he will be the speed, but right. I'm betting that What Goes Around will try and run him down. And I put the old campaigner, Bear Rock and Roll, trying to find his old form. I threw him in the third spot. He gets reunited with Hamill, but I'm looking to see more out of Bear Rock and Roll. He's been a little bit, you know, he needs to get back to his old form, and that's why I can't pick him really any higher. I went 1, 3, and 4.
Yeah, I agree with those three horses. Those are your horses. I'm going to try Bear Rock and Roll. I've never been successful picking him, but
23 times. You missed
I missed them all. Missed them all. And every time he lost, those 13, I nailed him on them 13 seconds. But Bear Rock and Roll, a cool horse that his best races are going long.
Yeah.
Look for him to track Similkameen Luke. Richard usually gets him in the game early, and especially going long. I think this horse will be tough. What Goes Around, big run last time. Fractions were insanely fast. That's why he was a little farther out of it than usual. He'll be close to the pace. And Similkameen Luke, I think those are your three horses. I don't see a sizzling pace, but I think those three horses, it's up to one of those three to win it. I went 4, 1, and 3 in the fourth. On to the fifth race, started your late pick 4, $16,000 older horses going 1 mile and a 16th. I ended up on the 8 off the top. Horse that duked it out on the head end last time. For 25 grand against Twist Grips, who of course everyone knows came back to win an optional 50s on a roll lately. But horse that I think he's better suited to these longer distances, and like Off the Top and Richard Hamill. They connected with Robbie and Richard connected with Slicer Red last weekend. And I think Off the Top's going to be awfully tough again. Put the 4-horse Venetian Mask, another one that needs to go long. Was in a little too tough last time against Shooting Jacket and others. Uncle Willard. And the odds are good. That was a salty little optional 35, and I think he's in a better spot for 16. He's live, and you look at his races going along at Golden Gate. They were very good. He's a pace horse. He will be close to the pace. And Venetian, there isn't a lot of speed in here, but I think Venetian Mask could be part of it. And they'll put the 1-horse Aditya, who will be speed. I think it's just the class drop that I like about this horse. Is it his best distance? Probably not, but he's still at 16,000, should be able to win at any distance. He's a cool horse that runs big races. He just, he hooked into Twist Grips last time. He's hooked into some 2 tough races, Crackdown and Twist Grips. I mean, he hasn't had much luck so far this year, Ditchin, but he does get into an easier spot. 8, 4, 1.
That's my top pick. I do like Aditya.
Yeah, that was live.
Only gets beat 3 lengths by Crackdown, 2 lengths by Twist Grips last time, and he takes a drop. He's only ran this distance twice. He does have a second and a third to show for it.
Stakes races too.
Yeah. The Derby trial he ran third. The Stellar Day last year by Cats on Fire only got beat half a length. I really like Aditya in here. I put Senior Rojo in the second spot. He's been knocking on the door and he's progressing. He's a cool old horse, and one of these days he's going to break through in one of these races. Last time he only got beat a few lengths by It's Finally Friday. And Calgary Caper came back to run a big one. So he ran in some solid horses there last time, and it could set up for him. And Venetian Mask I have in the third spot. He's another one that is wanting to go long. So I put him in the third spot. I went 1, 7, and 4. In the fifth, on to the sixth, Fillies and Mares, Maiden, 25,000, going 6.5 furlongs, field of 8 here. I landed on the 4, Coco A Go-Go. First start for Maiden Special, just throw that out. John put her back in for Maiden 25 and just missed. A very impressive race for her. She was rolling at the end trying to catch Winning Edge. She's going to be very tough in here. I love her. I put her on top. I put Velvet Rose in the second spot. First time start of the Craig McPherson barn. Craig generally spots his horses quite well. She's been training well. She's a Rosberg. She's got good breeding on her side. a lot to like about Velvet Rose. The works look good. I put her in the second spot, and I threw Touch of Green in the third spot. A lot of trouble in the start, 2 back. I liked her a lot last time. She's kind of disappointed, but I'm going to give her one more shot. She comes back with nice work in 48 flat on the 17th of June. So I put her in the third spot. I went 4, 6, and 3.
Yeah, I went to the 4. I don't like this race is very difficult.
Yeah.
I have no strong opinion. I went Coco Go. I mean, I can see this horse not hitting the board too, but I did take her on top. It was an improved running behind Winning Edge. We'll see how the Winning Edge race is because there's a lot of them. Hurricane Rhonda. There's a lot of them coming out of that race. Touch of Green. The 7, Don't Tell My Husband, is very live in here. His first 2 runs this year were behind Omi and Estelado and Our Triple Charm, and came back to beat the boys. Her next 2 starts have been against the boys. Way more difficult.
Yeah.
And she gets blinkers back on. Her 2 runs against the boys were without blinkers for whatever reason, but they're coming back on. I just think Don't Know My Husband back in with the fillies is going to be far more dangerous. And I put the 3, Touch of Green, in for third. A horse that ran very well 2 starts back, and didn't run as well last time, but it's still Touch of Green's worth following. But a race where I think there's a lot of interesting horses. Yeah. Really look at these horses in the paddock. It's a good dash. We'll see how it goes. But I went 4, 7, and 3 in race number 6. On to the 7th race, maiden 12-5 Colts and Geldings here, going 6.5 furlongs, and I went to the 7. We found Gold dropping out of maiden $25,000 company. It was his first start of the year. Didn't run poorly. 4th behind Market Up Mark, Mighty Mesa, and Santa War. I thought was pretty good. And it gets the Apprentice again, Jose Asensio. I think this horse is found a good spot. Not a lot of speed in the race. I think this horse can get into a good spot early and be pretty dangerous. But more importantly, it's just the second start of the year. Look for him to be a little better. The 8-horse Sunset Drive is dropping also. Ran third, but somebody had to run third. Got beat 10 lengths to Colterberry and Santa War. But still, Sunset Drive, is definitely worth a look. Hot Antonio Reyes in the irons, and the 3, Oshki, Amadeo Perez and Dino Condolinios hooking up. This horse could come running on for third. I went 7, 8, and 3. I mean, I thought those were the horses.
Yeah, I don't have much to add. I got the same horses, same order. We found Gold. Obviously, his second start of the year, cuts his price in half. He was stakes place last year. Yeah. I got him on top of Sunset Drive, another one with some promise. Cuts his price in half for the Bennetts, and Oski out of the Dino Condolinios barn. I don't have much to add. Same horses. 7, 8, and 3 as well for me in the 7th. On to the nightcap maiden, 4,000 for Older Colts and Geldings, going a mile and a tick. I'm going to give Sal another shot here. He disappointed us a favorite last time. Second time out for John Snow. He's bred. The distance shouldn't be a problem for him. It is his first shot at a route, and I'm hoping he overcomes that. So I have him on top of my eye candy, who only got beat a neck last time by Cruise Dancer. That was a very lucrative exactor if he could have hit that one. But it's time before that.
Tony Yedak, Brown Baby exactor.
Time before that, he did run third in his first start going long. Maven's horses are generally much better going long, and this guy's trending the right way. He got a 50 buyer for that race last time. And I put Groot first start off the claim. He was heavy favored last time. There was a 5-way shake for him, and he's right back in for the same price. I'll give him another shot. I got him in the third spot. 6, 2, and 1 for me.
I got the same 3. I put my eye candy on top just because of his speed, and I think this horse will get the lead. Yeah. I thought it was a pretty game effort behind Cruise Dancer. His last mile in the 16th race was pretty good behind War On. This horse is live. Put Sal in behind. I don't know if the horse can route or not, but seems to be quite one-paced, and maybe so the longer distance may help Sal. And I put the 1, Groot. I agree with him in for third, but maybe the 7, Peyton's Command, should also be.
I looked at him. Yeah.
Or even Requested Vixen. I like horses that haven't had a lot of form yet.
Yeah.
And I know he ran behind Cruise Dancer and My Eye Candy, but still, it was just his second start of his life, and maybe there's something there. But this is where you get your upsets in these kind of races. But I went 2, 6, and 1.
As we saw last time.
As we saw with Cruise Dancer at about $120, whatever it was. Yeah. But I went 2, 6, and 1, and that'll close it out. Our analysis of the Sunday afternoon program at Hastings. Next up on screen will be a recap of the selections. Back in race number 1, I went to the 4, Teddy the Bear, 4, 6, and 2. Race number 2, Xenia, a better trip hopefully for her, 2, 3, and 5. Race number 3, the 4-horse Mini Fridge, over the 5, Sugar Cat. I think you need both of them, 4, 5, and 3. Race number 4, the 4, Bear Rock and Roll. I'm going to go 4, 1, and 3 in the 4th to close out the early pick 4. On to the late pick 4, I went at the 5. In race number 5, went to the 8 off the top. Over the 4, Venetian Mask and the 1, Aditya. Good little race there. That's a nice Nice 16, tough 16 claimer. Race number 6 went to the 4, Coco A Go-Go over the 7, Don't Tell My Husband, and the 3, Touch Green. Race number 7 went to the 7, We Found Gold, and the class drop 7, 8, and 3. And then the 8th and final, number 2, My Eye Candy. Let's go 2, 6, and 1 to close out the weekend.
On to my picks, there we go. In the first race, I went to the 5, Swiss Arrogant over the 6 and the 2. In the second, number 3, Rio Hanna over the 4 and the 2. In the third, number 4, Mini Fridge over the 2 and the 5. In the fourth, I went to the 1, What Goes Around over the 3 and the 4. In the fifth, down to the rail, number 1, Aditya over the 7 and the 4. In the sixth, I agree with Mike on number 4, Coco A Go-Go over the 6 and the 3. In the seventh, number 7, We Found Gold over the 8 and the 3. And on the nightcap, I went to the 6, Sal over the 2 and the 1.
All right, thanks everyone for tuning in, and just a reminder that if you can't make it out to Hastings on the Saturday and the Sunday, and you're out in the Surrey area or South Surrey area, get out here to the Derby Bar and Grill. Lots of food specials and drink specials. Come on out to the Derby Bar and Grill. Got lots of simulcast, lots of TVs, and
racing resumes on Friday.
Yes, don't forget. Friday, yes, we got a little Friday Sunday next weekend. It'll be Friday afternoon, holiday, obviously July 1st. Then we won't race live racing on Saturday. We'll go Sunday. I think we're going to try and have 9 races on the Friday afternoon program, and then 8 races on the Sunday, July the 3rd. So hopefully 17 nice races. But still, Friday is going to be a great card. 4 stakes races. Of course, the older geldings headed by Modern, and the older mares headed by Arabelle's Muse, Avadiva. They're going to be in action, and the top 3-year-old colts and geldings and the top 3-year-old fillies will also be in attendance. So there'll be some really top stakes action next Friday. So that'll be definitely have that day marked on your calendar. So that'll do it for this edition of Handicappers Corner. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. On behalf of Drew, wish everyone lots of luck on the weekend's racing. We'll see you next time here at the Derby Bar and Grill.